Constituency statements. I call the member for Layla.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, it's the last week of Term 3 in Victorian schools. An incredible term, Term 3. People work tirelessly across the term, preparing senior students, and of course they're finishing the last week of Term 3 this week, looking forward to the examination period. Term 3 also sees schools receive the detailed reports on school performance in NAPLAN. And across the last 5 weeks, we've had, in my electorate in Lalor, where there are over 50 schools, many of those schools carefully studying the levels of student growth that they're achieving on an individual student basis, as a class basis, as a school basis, and even across schools in networks, Deputy Speaker. They are looking at whether children are meeting their milestones. They're celebrating the great achievements that have been made in student growth across a 2-year period. And they're also identifying the challenges, identifying the areas where they can do better in their classrooms, identifying the areas of the next learning for their groups of students, Deputy Speaker. This is incredibly important work. They are validating or challenging what the NAPLAN results, that one-off test, tells them about students' learning across the last 2 years, and then setting up children's learning across the next 2 years, Deputy Speaker. It's incredible work. The challenge, of course, is improvement at scale. The challenge is in getting all of our schools into an improvement cycle. And of course, as a country, this is one of our biggest challenges. It's why the previous Labor government had its education review. And of course, that found that we needed equity and resourcing as an absolute priority, Deputy Speaker. And it also highlighted that we needed teacher quality, pre-service and for those existing teachers. We need to implement a culture and a system that continues to train our teachers as they embed in our schools, Deputy Speaker. And I noted yesterday our new Prime Minister talking about the opportunities and challenges of a rapidly globalised economy. He said, "We know that our future lies in technology, it lies in science, it lies in all of the new industries, it lies in the future." And I'd like today to call on our new Prime Minister, please, when considering your cabinet, when considering the future, please make education a priority. It hasn't been for the previous 2 years. Promises were made and broken. It's time now to revisit those, look to the future and ensure that our schools get the resourcing that they need. There is an enormous report that was delivered in this place and it needs to be addressed. I call on the Prime Minister to think seriously. Give us a minister who cares about education. Give us a minister who understands about education. Thank you.